This man found out that his wife had been having an affair. He quietly observed her playing with a strange man on the beach. He couldn't understand why his wife could betray him like that. The next day, he arrived outside a villa he had bought for his wife. Just as he was about to knock on the door, he heard cheerful voices coming from the backyard. He tried to take a look and saw his wife with the strange man. The sight before him was truly painful, but he chose not to disturb them and quietly walked away from the house. With a broken heart, he wandered alone down an unfamiliar road. Not long after, he decided to return and ask his wife for an explanation. But when he arrived, he saw the strange man carrying his daughter out of the house. At that moment, he felt deeply guilty and didn't have the courage to face his wife. However, the next day, he came back again and this time mustered the courage to enter the house. But his wife wasn't home. Then he checked his son's room and saw a height chart on the wall, along with photos of his son having fun. At that moment, he felt comforted by his son's growth. But he also realized how he had neglected his family because he was too busy with work. He then heard his wife and son had returned. But he didn't dare face her and instead chose to remain a coward and kept hiding. Later, the stranger and his daughter returned as well, and eventually the four of them went to the beach together. Seeing their closeness, he felt as if a heavy stone was pressing down on his chest. When he finally came downstairs, he saw some immigration documents on the table. It turned out his wife was planning to start a new life with the stranger. He then followed them to the beach and watched them happily playing in the sand. It was clear they looked like a picture-perfect happy family. Yet inside, he still harbored resentment. So he started investigating the stranger's background. To his surprise, the man was just an ordinary worker with far less financial means than himself. This left him confused as to why his wife would fall in love with someone like that. He later followed the man to a hospital and discovered that the man had a wife who had been sick for years. This confused him even more, so after the man left, he entered the room and told the woman about her husband's affair. He thought she would be furious, but it turned out she had known for a long time and was even happy that her husband had found someone else. She explained that she had been paralyzed for 6 years, and her husband had to support their daughter while paying her medical bills. She could only hope that her husband and daughter would be happy. Her words touched his heart and made him wonder if he was the one who had been standing in the way of his wife's happiness. When he wanted to say goodbye to his wife, he found chaos inside the house. He then approached an old woman to ask what had happened. The woman said that their neighbor had taken a boy to the hospital. He rushed to the hospital and, when he arrived, he saw the man gasping for air and one of his legs was seriously injured. At that moment, he finally realized why his son was so close to that man and why his wife had fallen in love with him. In the end, he chose not to interfere and walked away, leaving his wife's new family behind.